preferred way of selling tickets to customers at the venue is to actually have them do it themselves using their own phone. This will save the volunteers behind the counter who will take care of payments by way of credit card or cash a lot of time. So the first protocol for you is to refer the customer who asks where can I buy tickets to the great big poster that should be visible prominently at the entrance of the venue. So to do this, the customer simply goes and selects his phone and scans that QR code. It'll bring him to the ticket shop where he can order a ticket, whatever he wants to order, a t-shirt for example. You can fill in a name and an email address. It has to be both the same email addresses and my name, this particular case. And if I fill in everything, then these labels will turn black and I can actually go and pay. I'm going to choose to go through Ideal and it will bring me to my bank app where I can select the ING and go and process my payment. So I have to log in, obviously, but once I do, it'll bring me to my bank app and it will allow me to actually go and pay for the tickets, after which it will be sent to my email address and also shown on the screen. Let's presume that you are one of the volunteers manning the counter at the International Film Festival and a customer comes up to you and says, I'd like to buy a t-shirt and I'd like to pay by credit card. So that's easy enough. You go to the ticket shop that's already in front of you and you select a t-shirt with logo and you press the order button. That'll bring you to this screen and you will see that a number of things have already been filled in here, and here there's a number of payment options available to you. Now I've already set up my phone as a payment terminal. My name's Eric, so what I want to do is I want to press that payment option, and what will happen if I do that, as you can see, it will be sent to the cloud and it will appear on my phone. So you ask the customer to hold his card up horizontally and it's done. The payment goes through. You press on go ahead, verder in Dutch, and you will see the ticket that the customer has ordered. Now let's say that the customer comes up to you and says, I'd like to make a small donation, but I'd like to use my own bank app on my own phone using Ideal. That's possible too. You go and select the product that he wants to buy. You come to the familiar screen, but instead of choosing one of those terminals, you choose this icon, which will present an Ideal QR code on the screen. So the customer then has to go and find his camera, image it, it'll say, okay, go to the payment, it'll start up his bank app, ING in my case. You need to log in, obviously, with Face ID or something. And it will say, okay, do you want to pay this? Yes, I want to pay this. Finish. And then on the customer screen, his ticket will appear. Now you want to encourage him to take a screenshot of this and save it to his photos, because this is his actual ticket. Now presume that the customer comes to you and says, I don't want to pay with a MasterCard or a Visa or whatever, I only have cash and I'd like to buy a t-shirt with a logo. No problem. What you do is you order the t-shirt with the logo and you fill in the promo code IFFH cash. That will bring all the prices of the products to zero so that you can order them. It gets entered into the system, but no actual payment through terminals or credit cards is performed. So when you do that, you press any one of these buttons and the code and the ticket for the customer is shown, and you then ask the customer 25 euros, and that's it. Now the problem, of course, is that you'd like to give the customer an actual physical ticket, and this is just a ticket on the screen. So for this reason, we printed out a number of pre-printed tickets, placeholder tickets. It also says that IFFH product placeholder. And what you do then is you pick up the phone that runs Code Swapper app, and I've pre-installed that here. You've logged in already, and what you simply do is you say, okay, this ticket is what he ordered, this is what I'd like to give him, so I want to scan both tickets so as to swap the products. You hold it up against the camera, it found the code, you take the pre-printed ticket, you hold it in front of the camera, it says, okay, these codes can be swapped. So you swap the products, and with that, this ticket now holds the products bought by the customer, and you can hand that to him to be scanned at the entrance of the viewing area. But that task can also be handled by another volunteer, because another volunteer can have an additional screen that holds the recently sold ticket. So if you press pay here, you will see that this iPhone will also show the same code, 3835. As you can see here, 3835 and 3835, it's the same code that you can then switch the products off with a pre-printed ticket.